Okay, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Neighbours. Today we're joined by someone who represents the heart of community spirit here in Newmarket, Debbie Fletcher. Debbie is one of the core volunteer committee members behind our annual Terry Fox Run Walk, and this year marks the 45th anniversary of Terry's Marathon of Hope. She was part of the incredible Finish It video project that brought Terry's legacy to life in a powerful new way, even running past Terry himself in one of the most emotional moments of the video. We'll talk about that day, the making of the video, and the special role the tragically hit played in the project. This is a story about dedication, community, and keeping Terry's dream alive. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so for people that are listening, watching, share a little bit about your role with the Terry Fox Run here in Newmarket.
Yeah, I've helped out with Laurie Osborne and the crew. There's a few of us, some core volunteer people, since about, I'm going to say 2010, 2011. So my son's a survivor. He was diagnosed at 19 months. So, we went through the whole surgery, chemo ordeal. So you feel the need to give back when something like that happens. Wow, so Terry was my hero.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Like, I just had my first kid. He's 8 months now. So you say that's just like I've overwhelmed with emotions, feeling that must have been quite the journey.
It was, especially when, he started losing his balance and just sort of tilted to the one side. And we thought inner ear infection, go to the doctor, antibiotics. Within a week, he can't sit up. So my husband at the time very foresightfully said, we need to get this looked at. So the doctor sent him down to sick kids that night. We're like hearing from the neurology surgeon, we think it might be cancer. What?
Wow.
So you give back.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is Terry Fox, like, what does he mean to you? You said he's your hero. Like, talk about what his legacy means to you personally.
I didn't see him run. I wish I would have. I wish I'd had, I was 16 at the time, young teenager, think so selfish, right?
Yeah.
The way we live our life, right? But I'll never forget when I heard when he passed. It was just devastating to me. So then I sort of started understanding a little more about what he'd been through. And then when Dawson, my son, went through this cancer ordeal, I wanted to give back. So, we waited a few years, things got better. He was surviving. We knew he had the good cancer, all that stuff. I got involved in the Terry Fox Run, started to do it just to raise funds. And then meeting Laurie Osborne, and she met Dawson, and she was just so inspired by Dawson. And she said, well, she didn't say anything. I said to her, can I start volunteering? So that's how it started.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've watched the Finish It video 3 times a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, right before you came. Every time I get like chills, like, I don't know, you're just like, feel like a tear is coming down. Like, It's so well put together and perfect. Like, we'll link it up on here so everyone can click and go watch it. Talk about how you got involved in that. How did that come about? So
the foundation is always sending out this, we're doing this and we're doing this. So it was last year that they'd sent out and said, this is something that we're looking to do. We're going to make this production if anybody's interested. And so I looked at him like, I'd love to do this. I have to work. So I just sort of left it. And then the day before we got the reminder and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. It was a sort of a last minute decision. I'm so glad I made that decision. So we get on this bus and it travels us down. Should we talk about that now?
Yeah.
And it was in Pickering, Ajax-ish area. So we take this, I drive to the spot, pick up the bus and drive down. And you start coming into the area and you see the crews and all this line of trucks and equipment. And then just as the bus is turning, I look out the window and I took pictures. I wasn't supposed to. We were told not to take pictures, but I did. And I never shared any of the pictures with anybody. We turned and there he is. I could cry right now, standing at the top of the hill, getting ready to do the next shot. And it just took my breath away because I was looking at Terry, I thought was looking at Terry. And it was incredible. So we get there and Terry Foxers are all so dedicated to him, the legacy, the icon of Canada who just blew the doors open on philanthropy and giving back and all of that stuff. And It was amazing.
And you're running past Terry in the video.
Yes.
And like the 127 mark of it. What was that feel like when it's all done, like, and watching it back?
Well, we had the opportunity, there was the opportunity to watch what they had done so far and I said, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the full production comes in. And I'm so glad I did that because the music makes it so much more powerful than it already was. But yeah, it was, you could tell it wasn't Terry because he had all the, like the computer graphics that make him Terry. You didn't see Terry that day by the time you finally saw him. But, and I'm going to say I ran that hill probably 75 times for all the takes, right? And it had to have been one of the hottest days of the summer.
Really?
It was incredible, incredibly hot. But it was just neat to do that. So you're running past them and just feeling the power of, we got a sense when the director kept saying, you're taking over from Terry. Right. It's like he sort of started instilling that in us. This is what we're here for. So you're just like dedicated and you're running.
How many people were there like on production day?
I'm going to guess because they did it in waves.
Yeah.
So you had sort of the coats, the doctors and the lab people going. So I'd 150, 200 maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, obviously the whole day was a big experience, but is there any like ones that stick out, I guess? Pulling up and seeing him on the hill because it was just the timing of it. He's just standing there, hands on the hip, the way Terry always did. And it just took my breath away. Everything else from that day was gravy. Yeah.
That was iconic. That was amazing.
And, you touched on it, like the music part of it, right? The Tragically Hip song, Courage. Like this acoustic type style version of it. Like, I got chills thinking about it because just watching it and it really makes, like, it ties everything together. It's definitely like a key piece in the whole video of itself. How does that come? Like, did they just do it and then they send out to ask? Like, how does that come to be?
I mean, I guess they had all these puzzle pieces going on at the same time, but we had no idea. Like there was no music playing or anything like that, right? You're just there to film. And it's funny, actors talked about this. It looks so exciting. I don't mean to say I'm an actor, but in the filming of something, there's so much time to spend waiting. Yes. You're standing waiting for the cut and all that stuff. And then he's got to look and do all this thing, right? So none of that. It just seemed very piecemealed and that was fine. It was still fun. We knew we were doing something very incredible. The sunset at the end of the day was incredible. Like just so many beautiful moments. But when I first saw that video and I heard Gord Downey's voice and here's my chills coming now. It just, there's no words to describe that. It was perfect. There's nothing else they could have done. That was exactly what they had to do. And
so you have no idea that song's playing till the first time you see the video.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
What were you doing with, like, how did you get sent the video? Like what was going on when you watched it for the first time? Like did they send an email out or was it when it was live? Like what's that experience?
They had the launch on April 12th. So that was the day that Terry started the Marathon of Hope. And so they launched the video then. So you could have gone down in person, and I didn't because I had to work.
Yeah, you already took a day off to go there.
But it was okay because I would have been bawling my eyes out. Thank goodness I work with pretty much by myself. So when that video came on, it was they had done the live post of the video for the start of the Marathon of Hope.
Yeah, incredible. What did the rest of the crew that you work with think of the video?
It's funny. I did tell them I went. That's right. I did tell a couple of people because I wasn't supposed to say anything. So I just told a couple of the core people I'm doing this video, saying, "Oh, that's amazing," and then nothing. We didn't. That was last July. Yeah. That we did that video. All kinds of comments, and then of course Lori's posting it on the Newmarket. Terry Foxworth page and getting it everywhere and always referencing me and saying I'm in it. It was nothing I did. I just ran, but it's for Terry.
Yeah. And I would guess you probably get a lot of the same feedback like I gave you right now, but the community feedback that you've gotten from the video, people that see it, or like people or who you share it with, what type of feedback do you get back? From
just
them?
how powerful it is, how incredible it is. Just so appreciative that they picked Gord Downey's song, and then the version they picked of it too. Oh yeah, it's just so over the top, really, really amazing. My nephew texted me, and I hadn't told him that I was doing this, and he texted me randomly about 2 weeks later. He's like, "You're in that video. I saw your hair. I could tell right away it was you."
It really is like, if you were to think of like a perfect video to encapsulate so many things in whatever it is, 90 seconds, 2 minutes.
Yes.
And then like with his him talking at the end of it, leading in like, I'm going to try my best to finish it, but if you don't, you got to keep the marathon going.
You got to keep it going. And that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
We've been doing it. And their theme this year of Finish It is just brilliant.
Yeah.
I know they've got this whole new marketing scheme, and they have this package of, they're going to get 5 to 10 years out of this Finish It theme, and whatever all that means. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, but it's just perfect because that's what we're doing. And so much of why we're doing this is for cancer research. Every person is affected by cancer. So there's not one person in this world anymore that's not affected by cancer. But it's also for Terry. It's about him and his legacy. And we do this as much for him as we do for cancer research.
Yeah, for sure. One thing that I pulled from the video that I'd never really thought about before was say Marathon of Hope, right? But it's like the journey of it is a marathon, right? Yeah. The collective year after year continuing to do it, right? And like the battle against cancer too, right? Of it being like this long journey of a marathon too. And it's something that I didn't really think about before, but like the pursuit of what this whole mission is and continuing on in the legacy, like that is the marathon, right? It's going to be a long, long journey.
Yes.
But a journey worth taking.
Have you run a marathon before?
No.
Okay. I have. I've done 2. And the one day is incredible. Running it, I'm 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I'm not fast. But the prep.
Yeah, the 20 weeks.
The 20 weeks of training to do that. So it's just, and it's taking your time, and it's fueling, and it's making sure you got the right shoes. And okay, and then this man, this athlete, 143 days.
Yeah.
A marathon every day on a prosthetic. I can't even, nobody's going to touch that.
Yeah.
Ever. He was just so driven.
Iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, the Terry Fox run and walk in Newmarket, right? So you've been involved for, when did you get involved again?
I guess 2011.
2011, right?
So
how have you seen it kind of grow and evolve over the years?
Yeah. Participation, definitely. Post-COVID, still challenged a little bit, but we were getting up there a lot. 70,000 people, 70,000 people donating, but lots of participants. I can't come up with numbers right now. Sorry.
No.
I should have written that down, but Lori's good at this stuff. She's got the numbers. Yes, it's grown. People wanting to help out with food, donations, gifts. We used to have gifts, and then again, COVID sort of shifted things around. But it's just grown. And we're collecting a lot more money now than we did before. And Lori's been so instrumental in really making that happen. And we just try to keep having the foundation provide us some tools to get it just a little bigger every year.
Yeah. And you just get to kind of compound year after year, right? You get people coming back, you get them bringing more people, encouraging people to submit a team and getting more and more donations. And like you said, you get, the community kind of continues to get together more and more, whether it's for the food or for donations or for sponsorship or for participation or for volunteering, right? And it takes all of that to put on a good event and spread the message and raise money. Yeah.
And the social media has been a real asset over the last few years. Like it really does project and promote. And it just, reminding people that you've got a lot of people that are doing it for somebody, either in their battle or in memory of. And so they're going to keep coming back because that's their reason.
Yeah.
That's their why. Exactly. So.
And for someone that hasn't participated before or gotten involved, why do you think that they should?
Because cancer touches everybody. It really does. And okay, we got some elbows up stuff happening right now too. There's nothing like building our nation again. And Terry did so much of that. He brought our nation together. By the time he hit Ontario, the whole country was awake to what this young man was doing. And it did. It sort of sparked national pride. So let's do it again. Let's do it some more.
Yeah, for sure. It's like collectively bringing people together for kind of one goal, one mission, right? And I really like how it's all, each community does that from the ground up, right?
Yes.
And then as a collective, you have all the individual communities doing it. And then that's really how you can bring the whole country together, right? Really starts at the neighborhood, municipality level, but doing that
it really
all
does.
over the place.
It really does. And it's volunteer based. There's no sponsorships. So it's hard, but organic.
Yeah. And this is probably like off topic of it, but something I've been thinking about more because AI is here, right? And quicker and quicker and quicker. And what it's going to do for medicine and health and cures and all these things is going to be like something we've never, ever seen before. And I feel like we're kind of in this inflection point where really get everyone committed and in and get funds into the system to it because we're going to get breakthroughs that we've never seen before. And it's going to be really, really impactful.
Yeah, because so much of that data mining piece is laborious. So you got something like an AI.
Yeah, and as well to go problem solve and like go read every single reading, like all like
Exactly.
every single data thing that has ever been created and be able to do that and be able to construct it and then go test like solutions in kind of this artificial world and then be able to bring that into real world practices and procedures and stuff like that.
That's the good part of AI.
Yeah.
That's the primo of AI. That's where we can make our humanity better.
Yeah.
Part of AI.
Yeah.
There's the whole dark side.
Yeah, that's with everything though. You know? It's like social media, right? Social media can elevate this too, but there's going to be a dark side of that. Yeah. The internet, same thing.
Yes.
This is life. I'm an optimist at the core,
Good
so
for you.
I only think about.
Good for you. I waver sometimes. Truth be told, I waver sometimes.
Yeah, I got my guard up, but I'm always thinking of the positive one, and that one, because I'm in it, like I'm pretty deep into it too, and the AI stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be some major breakthroughs, but in order for that to happen, you need major funding to go through, and you need a collective of a country coming together and doing that.
Well, they talk about cancers now that if we didn't have that funding, that would be a challenge. And, Terry today would not have lost his leg.
Yeah. All the early detection and stuff too that's going to come from it. And I was reading up because I was thinking of like how many marathons it was in a day, and 143. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then how much money has been raised.
It's over 700 million.
I think it's like,
oh no, we're getting close to
$1 billion now.
We're getting close to $1 billion. I think we just reached. Yes.
And I think like his run, it was somewhere around 50 million, like when he was doing his run. And then now as it's carried on, right? You talk about carrying on his legacy.
Yes.
Now it's almost touching $1 billion. That's pretty incredible. Right? Like if you think of a spark from one individual.
Yes.
And, to set inspiration like that. And, it's a spark, but you need like a collective people to kind of flame that spark and turn it into, the roaring fire that it is today.
Yes. And there's just so many people were inspired by him. And they're still part of this Marathon of Hope. 45 years.
Yeah. 45 years.
45
wow.
years. Yeah.
I love it. Well, any closing thoughts or message to the people that are watching, listening? Anything else you want to add in?
Well, certainly September 14th is the run in Newmarket at the Ray Twinney Complex, 100 Eagle Street. Get there about 8:30 for registration. We start at 9. Online, terryfox.org. Look up the Newmarket site. Donate.
Yeah, get a team in. Let's say this. Get a team in.
Yes.
Participate in the event. If you can't do that, look into your network of friends and family or coworkers. I'm sure one of them is involved in some way, and donate some money towards that team, right? Don't just look at the Facebook post and be like, oh, that's great for XYZ family. Actually step up and give some donation, give some support to it, because you can make a difference that way.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much. And one of the cool things that the foundation's done this year, or maybe even last year they started, but when you set up a team, then they have a QR code. So you email, all you'd have to do is forward to a bunch of friends, tap into that QR code and it goes directly to your team. So it's so easy.
Yeah, the friction is
forward it to a bunch of people. Yeah. You get this tentacle effect, and then everybody's at the ready.
Yeah, what's his thing? Was Terry's thing like if every Canadian donated $1, like that was kind of the
yeah, and that we used to before COVID, we used to have beer gigs, or we just asked for $1, right? We used to say, sometimes we're limiting ourselves by just, somebody would just give $1 versus you could give more than $1.
Yes, I remember.
but that was his thing.
We set up in front of the beer store and asked for donations, or
yeah. We didn't ask for donate. We just had the bucket there.
Okay, yeah.
So then people would come out if they had change, and then they would put change in. But that was the idea, just give $1. If everybody gave $1.
Yeah. So now
we have 40 million.
Yeah. And let's give $10.
Yeah, exactly. Inflation, right?
Inflation, yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. This is wonderful.
And we'll see you all at the Run Walk.
Yes.
All right. Finish it.